up, people? I'm George, and this is the Collecting News, the show where I bring you my top picks for this week in collecting. So on today's episode, I got a piece that's going to make you laugh. I got a true American hero, and then I got a piece that's as cool as ice. So let's not waste any more time, and let's just get right to it.
Please remain seated and keep your arms and legs in at all times.
So first up on my list, Sideshow is aiming to bring our nostalgic hearts back to the Batman animated series with their Joker statue based on the animated series figure. This is a character played by Mark Hamill, and God, I want to say that it makes me laugh for good reasons, but man, it doesn't hit the right chords in my opinion. So I feel like they got most of it right. Like, you know, the outfit looks really good. I really like the whole base that he's on. I love that he's holding that fish gun thing. That thing is pretty funny. And you know, and the colors are nice and vibrant, so I dig that as well. You know, when I see it, there is an aspect of it that gets me that whole feeling. You know, I could hear him laughing in my head, just the whole I can hear it. I can hear him laughing. But the face, man, I just feel like something's wrong with the face, and I think that's my biggest issue with it. Also, there's a weird color scheme going on there in the portrait that I think doesn't line up well with the animated series character. I feel like in the comics, or I'm sorry, in the cartoon, his face was a little more angular than it shows in this image, and it could just be the way I'm looking at it, because in some points of it, it kind of reminds me of the animated series Joker, like towards the end of the series, right? But you know, the one that I remember most is at the beginning of the Batman animated series, and I just feel like that's not hitting it too well. You have some options where the other hand for the exclusive has the bang gun, which I think is cool. I prefer the cards. I think that would look better. I like that he's standing on top of that vat of acid, and that the acid is kind of flowing, like, you know, he's rocking the container, so I think that's pretty cool. And then, you know, they show him positioned next to Harley Quinn. And in my opinion, I think the Harley Quinn just looks so much better than they did with Joker. And Joker is probably, you know, my favorite villain when it comes to Batman, and probably my favorite villain overall when I think about it. You know, he embodies all of that humor and that crazed insanity about him. You know, I really like it. He's diabolical. He's definitely one of the best villains out there for me. He's not priced too bad. It's a 1/5 scale statue. The exclusive edition, which is the one that gets you the gun, is going to run you $425, and then the collector's edition is $415. They haven't stated what or how many they're making, so they haven't let us know what the edition size is. But it is coming out tomorrow, May 2nd. So if you're interested in getting this one, pick them up. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. All right, and next up, XM Studios and Legendary Beast Studios brought us one fantastic Captain America statue. So when I first saw this piece, I talked about it on our Geek Show this past Monday. I only saw one picture of it, and it just shows Captain America standing straight up and down, very stoic looking. I really wasn't all that impressed with it because it just had the shield behind him. But then I saw all the switch outs that it came with, and it won me over. I mean, the statue is pretty damn cool, I gotta say. So this is a 1/3 scale statue. So for those of you guys who are looking to collect this thing, prepare to make some space, because it's going to be a very tall piece. And it looks really nice. I love the details in the portraits, both portraits. You have the options for a more classic looking portrait and then a more modern looking version of the mask. So I think that's really cool. I really dig the options for the swap out hand where he's pointing forward and looks like he's telling you to join the army. You know, it has that whole Uncle Sam type of feel to it, so I think that's kind of cool. And then, you know, he has the shield in the other hand. I feel like that pose looks very iconic. I could almost see myself putting it there with like the American flag behind him, you know, and I could hear the music playing in the background when I see that. And for the love of God, you gotta look at that. That is America's ass right there, right? So very cool piece. I really like the sculpt on this. I love the colors. I like how the pouches look around him. It looks like leather. The base is really cool. So you have this like eagle, base that he's standing on. Almost looks kind of like he's standing on a rooftop, like it's a gargoyle almost. So that's kind of neat. And then I like that it has all those stars on the bottom and everything. So it ties in very well with the whole Captain America theme, you know, the love for America. So I dig it. Really, really cool piece. So this one was going for right around $1,200 US, $15.99 SGD. And I say it was going for it because there was such a small edition size with only 388 pieces made. This thing sold out in today. It was sold out in within an hour or so of it being posted. So that is really cool. Congratulations to both companies because they did a fantastic job with this one. So I'm interested to hear, since it's sold out, which one of you were able to pick them up. I know I was. So I'm interested to hear what you guys think. Stay tuned for the review. All right, and next up, Primewood Studios is in the house with their Optimus Prime statue based on the movie Bumblebee. So this is kind of a movie Gen 1 version. If you guys have not seen Bumblebee, please go check out that movie. I've already seen it like 3 times. I enjoyed the movie a lot. And it was really awesome seeing the whole battle of Cybertron at the beginning. Not trying to give you any more spoilers than that, but if that's not enough to make you go see the movie, you should. It's really cool, especially for all you Transformers fans out there. Really love this statue. I gotta admit, all of the other statues that Primewood Studios came out with, their movie version ones, I'm not talking about their Gen 1 pieces, but their movie version ones have never really pulled me in. I've never really been a big fan of the Bayformers, but seeing these new pieces makes me want to get them. But they're so big. It's like there's no way that I could ever get this is because of the size. I would have to like tear down all of my display just to be able to put them in there. So far, no price has been set on this one, but you got to expect it's going to be expensive. Got to imagine it's going to be between $1,500 to $2,000 easy, maybe more. So you got to think about that. But really fantastic looking piece. I love the base. It has that whole Cybertron look to it. I love that it has the Autobots logo in the front. I think that's really cool. I love the color. It's very vibrant. It looks like metal, so I'm hoping that it really is metal. That's really neat. Very smooth. I love the way it's sculpted. It has very good, nice sharp edges and the hard forms that they created. Whoever sculpted this, spent a serious amount of time doing it. Love that it has the light up features. I think that's cool as well. And Optimus Prime is just my favorite character from the Transformers line, the Autobots. I'm always about the heroes, so I really dig that a lot. You got some options for the position of the gun. You can have it lifted up, or you can have it aimed down. So I think that's cool as well. There's also an exclusive piece where you can have some of the destroyed pieces of some of the Decepticons. It looks like one Decepticon really that Optimus is beaten down. Looks like he's been split in half. So very neat, very very cool. So now I know there's not a lot of people that can either afford to get this or have the space to get this. But if you are capable of getting this piece, I'm interested to hear what you guys think of this one. Would you prefer the other version, the Bayformer version, or do you like the Gen 1 version, or do you just want the Gen 1 version from the cartoon? So that's more of like, I guess, which was your favorite in terms of like movies and cartoons, right? Versus like the statue. But I'm interested to hear if you guys would pick this up. Like I said, I still don't know what the price is on this one, but as more information comes out, I will be sure to let you guys know. All right, and lastly, my favorite this week is Mr. Freeze, and he is cool. He is cold as ice. I love this statue. So, yeah, there's really nothing I don't like about the statue, really. I mean, there is a little one thing, but it's so minor, it's like nitpicking, seriously. First of all, I like the pose. He's stoic. I like that he has the gun out. It has a more Batman animated feel to it, in my opinion. Just that's the feels that I get from it. I love how the base looks with that ice, and then you have the Batarang in there, so that's kind of cool. Kind of cool, get it? The gun looks really neat. Really like the colors that they chose with it. It definitely gives you that feel that he's in ice. You have some of the Batman cape. Looks like it's caught up there under his feet, which is cool as well, because he's one of the more powerful villains that Batman has to fight. So I like that. Overall, I dig it a lot. The exclusive is the ice statue of Nora under the dome, which I think is really cool. I like what they did it, and it has a light up feature, which I think is an added bonus, and I think that's so cool. Mostly I've never been into the proximity base exclusives, but this one definitely works. The only gripe that I have with it is that I wish that it was on a taller pedestal, so it would be higher up and he would be more at eye level with him. At least maybe like double the size, I think would be cool. But I'm sure that somebody's going to come out with something that it could sit up on top of, or we can makeshift something that would make that work. So I think that would be dope as well. But man, I love this thing a lot. So it does come with a little bit of a hefty price tag. I think some of the fans have been kind of complaining a little bit about that. So the exclusive is sitting at $720, and the collector's edition is at $695. So yeah, it's a little bit on the pricey side for a quarter scale. I do like it a lot, though. If I was into getting all of the Batman villains, this would definitely be a day one order for me, especially since they haven't really had a statue like this of Mr. Freeze. So I think that's cool, and it gives me hope that they're going to come out with some of the other villains that we haven't seen made in the premium format line. So we still need a Riddler, we need a Penguin. I think that would be kind of cool, and maybe some of the other guys like Clayface, or Man-Bat. That would be also another set of characters I think would be cool to see. So yeah, man. For you Batman fans out there, what do you guys think about this one? Are you guys getting it? I know a couple of my friends are. So let me know in the comments below. Now it's time to say goodbye. I know it's the sad part of the show, but don't worry. I'm coming back next week with another collecting news at the same time, Wednesday night. I'm here every Wednesday night, so you can rest assured I'll be showing you more cool stuff next week. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you're new here, hit subscribe. Ding that bell to become part of the notification squad. Let me know in the comments below if I missed anything that should have been in the top collectibles for this week. I'm interested to hear your guys' thoughts. Maybe it's something I missed, and I'll put it in next week's episode. Again, you can catch all of our episodes at mcecentral.com. I'm going to be coming back at you with another collecting news episode next week, next Wednesday night. Remember that? Come back next week and check me out. Stay tuned for that. And until next time, guys, keep it marvelous.